Excel tutorial. We will cover the following topics: formulas, including the operators and possible errors, absolute and relative cell references, and functions. A formula is a simple mathematical and logical operation. You can use these operators in it. To select the correct input, you can either type in the numbers directly by hand or you can link cells. Parentheses can be used like you always did in school, for example, to calculate a certain term before another one. It is very important that you start every formula with an equal sign. So let's continue with an example. To calculate something, just type equal sign and then your input. The result will be shown when you press enter. You can even work with negative numbers, and please don't forget the equal sign. If you want to link the cells, just type in the equal sign and click on a cell with your desired content. Add an operator, the second cell, and press enter. The result will be shown in the cell. When you enter wrong inputs, this could lead to errors. For example, you are not allowed to divide by 0 or to include text into your calculations. In this example, you can see how it will look like if you do it in a spreadsheet. I divide here by 0 and an error will be shown in the cell. So let's continue with references. Like you have seen before, you just select cells and don't need to enter them by hand anymore. References can be either absolute or relative. Relative ones consist of the column letter and the row number. They become combined and will change if you use the fill handle. Absolute references include the same elements as relative ones, but if you want to fix the column, row, or both, just add a $sign before the element. If you now use the fill handle, the fixed element won't change. In this example, we want to create a matrix where we build the sums of given numbers. To do this, we select the right cells and fix the elements we don't want to be changed while using the fill handle. In this case, the information are located in one row and in one column. So we will fix the row in the first argument of the formula and the column in the second one. When we use the fill handle now, only our desired cells will change and the correct information will be selected. Our last topic are functions. These are small programs made by Microsoft. Most of them require an input in the parentheses, and every function begins with an equal sign, just like formulas. Examples could be sum, average, min, max, and today. Here you can see a more complex example, which includes cell references, functions, and formulas. We have a small data set of car prices, and we want to calculate the after-tax price in the first step. But before, we have to add the service fee. Therefore, we type into our final cell an equal sign and select the two cells we want to add up. By pressing enter, we see the result. Now we can use our fill handle to perform this action for our desired range. To calculate the after-tax price, we type in an equal sign, select the pre-tax value and multiply it by 1 plus the tax rate. But now we fix our rate because we don't want to change the cell if we're using the fill handle in the next step. You can see, if we change our tax rate, the results will change as well. Now let's calculate some statistics. We can calculate the average price by typing in equal sign, average, and in the parentheses our range. Same works for max and min price, the median, and the number of units in our range. Therefore, we use the count function. To calculate how many cars are affordable for us, we use the COUNTIF function. This is a normal count function, but with a condition in the second argument. So we enter our range we want to count, and as a second argument, the condition. Ours is that we only want to count numbers as great as or below our budget. So we type in smaller than 20,000. To calculate how much money we still need to buy the most expensive car, we look up the max value and subtract our budget. Here, I used a relative reference to keep things flexible. So what did we learn in this tutorial? We talked about formulas as mathematical and logical operations. Errors can happen if we give wrong input. We used relative and absolute cell references to link cells and functions to calculate statistics like the average, min, or max. Functions and formulas only work if we start the cell with an equal sign.